This is Will Cousins, and in this video, it's all about Apple in 2024, the countdown. So 2024 is on. This is what we can expect from Apple in the new year. First up, Touch ID. Do you like Touch ID? Yeah, that's going. Apple looks set to go all in on Face ID. The iPhone 16, the countdown to the iPhone 16 is on. I've just got the iPhone 15 Pro already. I'm like, what's that 16 gonna be like? The iPhone 16 will be dropping the fingerprint-based Touch ID. Now, it's not going away completely, but for the main smartphone line, it's a case of look, but don't touch. Apple want their own modems, and they're continuing, but really slowly by the sounds of it. Now, they may have purchased Intel's modem division. That was back in 2019, but they've just extended their deal with Qualcomm until 2026. So Apple, what are you doing with modems? Why are you slowing things down so much? Now, the aim for Apple was to have their own modems in the iPhone 17. That would be in 2025. Yeah, we're talking iPhone 17s, but apparently that's too soon. So can we talk iPhone 18? iPhone 18 is when we'll see Apple have their own modems in their iPhones. The countdown to the iPhone 18 is on. The next iPhone is not going to be the iPhone 16. I thought it was going to be the iPhone 16. It's not. Even me at the forefront of technology thought it was going to be the iPhone 16. It's not. It's going to be the iPhone SE, and the SE is getting a redesign. This SE looks sexy already. Should we take a sneaky peek at the forthcoming brand new iPhone SE? It's on your screen right now. See, there's enough details out there to put together the render that you can see from 4RMD. Now, the current iPhone SE uses a design first established by the iPhone 6. Hello, can we get with the times? That was launched back in 2014, 9 years ago. The next SE is expected to follow the all-screen design that was introduced on the iPhone X. That's the phone that I just upgraded from in 2017. It's also going to have harsher edges, first used on the iPhone 12. This should give the iPhone SE a design that echoes previous Apple smartphones, but retains its own character and identity. I'm thinking the new SE is going to be a sweet phone in its own right, as a backup phone, as a burner, whatever you want. I think you need the iPhone SE in your life when that finally drops. We have to talk Mark Gurman. Oh no, can we ever trust Gurman after the whole M3 thing, when he was like, I can confirm this. The next day he was like, I'm backtracking on this. I can confirm this. That's not going to happen. That will definitely happen. I don't know if we can trust Gurman, but according to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, the Apple 13-inch and 15-inch M3 MacBook Air models are already in development. The M3 chip that's going to be used in the Airs is expected to have similar CPU and GPU core counts as the M2 chip in the current models. Now, I spoke to someone in the Apple store. This is hardly me hanging out with Tim Cook, but the person in the Apple store said touchscreens on a MacBook is never gonna happen. But apparently, 2026, your MacBooks are gonna be touchy. They're going to be dirty. And I know, there's grease all over them. With Apple bringing macOS and iPad OS closer together, developers can write applications that will work on both systems, albeit with some limitations. As the compatibility between the code increases, hardware limitations come to the fore. In the case of the iPad, there's no physical keyboard or touchpad built in, although these can be purchased separately. As for the MacBook, the touchpad needs to be utilized as a crude stand-in for touching the screen, but all that is set to change in 2026. You haven't got that long to wait, actually. It's a while. Sideloading is going to be a thing. And thanks to EU regulations, who always sticking their nose in EU regulations, but they did give us USB-C on the iPhone 15. So thank you, EU regulations. They're going to now make sideloading a thing, but only if you live in the EU. Is it time for you to make that trip? Well, if you want some extra apps, maybe it is. iPhone users in the EU next year, that's 2024, will be able to download apps that are hosted outside of Apple's official app store to comply with those European regulations. So sideloading will allow customers to download apps without needing to use the App Store, which will mean developers won't need to pay Apple's 15 to 30% fees. Wow. And lastly, the future. Apple Vision Pro VR. The countdown to that is on. We're so close right now. Next year, early 2024, we're thinking March, that will finally land. So what's your thoughts on all the Apple news? Hit me up in the comments, get involved, let me know, and make sure you're subscribed. We don't even have 100 subscribers yet. I know, shocking. Subscribe, comment, and like for more.